Africa Vision. Today we talk about big news from Uganda. President Yoweri Museveni has been cleared by the Electoral Commission to run again in 2026. If he wins, this will push his time in power to almost 50 years. Let's break it down. Is this good for Uganda, or is it a sign of deeper problems in African politics? Museveni came to power in 1986 after fighting a guerrilla war. Back then, many Ugandans celebrated. He promised peace, economic growth, and an end to the violent politics of Idi Amin and Milton Obote.
Because the politics of the past have been politics about intrigue, about subterfuge. This has been the politics of the past. So now we are, and this politics has not concerned the population. It has been about job seeking on the part of the politicians. But now we are going to talk, for the first time we are going to talk about the population, their life, their political rights, their economic interests. That will be the center of gravity of whatever we are doing.
For many years, he has seen as a hero, the man who brought stability to Uganda, but as time passed, his image changed. Today, some still see him as a strong leader, while others call him a dictator who refuses to leave.
A dictator who is elected 5 times, that must be a wonderful dictator. That must be a special one.
Uganda once had rules to stop leaders from staying too long. In 2005, Parliament removed term limits. In 2017, they removed the age limit of 75. This opened the way for Museveni, now 81, to keep running. The opposition says the system is designed for only one man. Supporters argue that as long as people vote for him, he has the right to continue. But many ask, can Uganda really have fair elections when one leader controls almost everything? Supporters says Museveni is the father of modern Uganda. They believe he brings stability, strong security, and experience. They say Uganda cannot risk chaos by changing leadership now. But critics see a different picture. They point to human rights abuses, the jailing of opposition leaders, and a shrinking space for free speech. They say Uganda is becoming a one-man state. And here is the big problem. Uganda's population is young. Almost 75% of Ugandans are under 30 years old. Many young people feel they have no chance, no jobs, no future, because leadership never changes. Museveni is not alone. Across Africa, we see leaders staying in power for decades. Paul Biya of Cameroon has ruled since 1982. Teodoro Obiang of Equatorial Guinea has ruled since 1979. These men are called presidents for life. But is that good for democracy? Some say Africa needs strong leaders to maintain order. Others argue that Africa will never progress without peaceful transfer of power.
Ejai should be like a former president. When Museveni retires, you will never hear Museveni working. You know, the other time when we were having our battle here with the exchange and all that, a European came and said, you know, that I should go and be Secretary General of the UN. I said, what? Secretary General of what? UN. Secretary General is the Karani of... How can Museveni work for anybody? Once I retire, only God will be the one to employ me.
Uganda's case is now part of this big African story. Democracy versus endless rule. So, what happens next? Museveni will run again in 2026. He will probably face challenges from opposition leaders like Bobi Wine, who represents Uganda's youth. But the real question is, Can the opposition win in a system controlled by Museveni? And if Museveni wins, will Uganda's young people accept it? Or could this lead to unrest? The future of Uganda may depend on how the next election is handled. Friends, nearly 50 years in power is not just history. It's a story still unfolding. Museveni says he's the right man to lead. His critics say it's time to step aside. But at the end of the day, it is the people of Uganda who must decide. Do you think Uganda is ready for change? Or will stability win over democracy once again? Tell me in the comment section, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more African stories. My name is Frank, and this is Africa Vision. See you to the next.